Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. All right, let's see here. Sorry I'm late. I'm kind of early for my late time, so I'm not going to rush. Give you some time to find me. Let me know if everything's working. Had no internet this morning. Well, no Wi-Fi. Totally human error. But I think we're up and running just fine now. All right, I'm looking for you on the Facebook and on YouTube. Say hey when you find me. Happy Friday, everybody. I know I said noon and then I said 12:30 and I got my problem solved, I think. So here I am. Sue says, hey, Marisa. Hey, Sue, can you hear me now? Hi, Belinda. Hey, Christina. Linda says, happy Friday from Manitoba, Canada. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you're here. Hi, Bonnie. Sorry I'm late, you guys. Okay, Bonnie says, thumbs up and shared. Thank you. Be like Bonnie. Thumbs up and share, please. Subscribe if you're hanging out on YouTube. It really does help the channel, too. So while you're here, give us a subscribe. Hey, Joy. All right. So, can you hear the sound of my voice? I'm not going to rush into getting started, but had no Wi-Fi this morning, was trying to upload things and download things and go live and things. And yeah, it was totally human error. All right, let's see. Daisy says, only a few minutes left of lunch, so I'll watch what I miss tonight. Yeah, check out the replay of this one. All right, so let's do a real quick because I'm a little bit early for my late time. I don't want to get too ahead of anybody. I just want to share with you guys yesterday's project. We made this awesome truffle box, you guys. It's a sneak peek for In Color Club members, kind of a spoiler of your first card class. And that will be on the blog in just a little bit. I was running around like a crazy woman. Last night I was too tired to read it and make sure it made sense. And this morning, now that I'm fresh and I've had some rest, I haven't quite had time, but I just want to reread the blog post to make sure it makes sense before I post it. But this one will be on the blog today. All right, this one, the live is there on replay from yesterday. This is today's project, you guys. And this one will be live today. Replay is available as soon as we're done, but it'll be on the blog tomorrow. All right, so Thursday's project will be on the blog today, Friday. Friday's project will be on the blog tomorrow, Saturday. Let me show you what we're making. Well, let me see if I can find myself right here. See if I can see any comments. All right, there we go. Jessica says, hear you fine. Joy shared. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for sharing. You guys, I've been thinking a lot lately about my content and how and why I'm doing it. I'm sometimes, 3, 5, 700 views on a video. And I don't know. The only way the channel will grow is if you know some like-minded people, crafty people. Please share. Please interact with this video. Keep the comments coming in the interactions. It really does help the algorithms, and I just appreciate you guys so much. Everything that you do to endorse what I do, your testimonies are just invaluable. And when you share with friends, that's amazing too. Hey, Jan. Yay. Happy Friday. All right. Beth says, hello, crafty peeps, liked and shared. Thank you. All right, so let me show you what we're making today, and then we'll get started. You guys know, if you know me at all, you know I love a pun. A good pun. There's no one better than you. So, of course, I had to have this. It's a new online exclusive from Stampin' Up. It's called Poppin' Buy. It's a bundle, stamp set and dies. Just simple, cute art, and pop in to say hello. No one's better than you. You know I had to have it. Plus, the opportunity for treats here is really amazing. And popping in to say hello No One's Better Than You, fantastic cards too. So this one was a definite winner for me. I'm going to show you some things that I did that made it even more appealing to me. And we're going to make a treat box, but it's not just a treat box. It's a card also. All right. So this is our project. No One's Better Than You. Enjoy. And then when you pop open, there's the Jolly Time popcorn. Now this is one of those individual packs. They're 1.2 ounce bags. So they're just an individual serving. They're not the regular size microwave popcorn. It's a little bit smaller. And this is the one that I got. Jolly Time. It is like, whoa, come back here. Called Healthy Pop 100 or Healthy Pop Minis. And I got the Amazon link below for you if you want to get a bunch of them. They're really kind of cute and fun to make. And I think a great way to tell somebody you think they're pretty cool. Don't you think? What do you think? That says, need this set, please. Right? It's available right now as an online exclusive. Marisa Alvarez.stampinup.net. Or better yet, why don't you join Stampin' Up? If you've thought about joining, now is the time. You guys, $165 of products. Grab Pop and Buy. Grab, what did we use yesterday? Pretty Florals. $165 worth of product for just $99. Okay, you get your choice of products. You pay $99 plus tax. No shipping. Shipping is free on starter kits. Your starter kit includes free business supplies, free shipping, free paper pumpkin kit, and you become part of my fantastic kitchenettes community. So I'd really love for you to reach out if you have any questions, but grab these new products that I'm sharing with you these last 2 days in a starter kit. All right, so the fine print. Stampin' Up! Starter Kit is no strings attached. If you've ever thought about it, just do it and just do it now. Get $165 for $99. If you want to continue on, you get 20% discount on every order you place after that, and a fantastic business opportunity that changed my life. I don't think I'm going to tell my story, but I did say I was going to start at 12:30, so maybe I will tell just a little bit of it. I was a financial planner. I had a nice secure income and a nice 9-to-5 job with a good income. My husband, then live-in boyfriend, proposed, and we got married. After we got married, we said, are we going to have more kids? We had Desi, and she was 8. And we're like, I think so. I think we should, not leave Desi alone. We want to have more kids. I got pregnant with Violet and decided that I wanted to raise Violet. And so I quit my job. But I didn't want to stop stamping, you guys. Without a second income, I didn't know what to do. And so I decided that I would offer some paper crafting, some card classes from my kitchen table to some friends. And that's how it started. Every month, get together, we'd make some cards. I'd be the host and get the commission off of that, which kept me stamping and getting the products I loved. A little bit of income that went right back into supporting my habit after giving up a very nice full-time career income. So that's how it started. My priority was raising Violet, and then Gideon came along. And over the years, my card class changed and evolved. I added some things, did some craft fairs, took the opportunity serious, recruited some team members. I went from being able to offset the cost of my hobby to, being able to buy pizza once a week so I didn't have to cook, to being able to afford some of the other things in life that we gave up when I stopped working. So it's been an amazing opportunity for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed staying home with my kids and making my passion a business. Do you have to make a business? No, you don't. You can join up and you can just enjoy the discount and stamp with us and be part of the Kitchenettes team. Love the product. Be club, what is it called? Shopping club members, like Costco. It's like a Costco membership. The only difference is with this membership, you save 20% or 25%, depending on how much you buy or how much you sell. and you have to do $300 a quarter, a calendar quarter. So if you spend about $100 a month, buy that $99 starter kit, get $165 worth of product, and keep getting that discount of 20% on every order, okay? So these are really fantastic new products. There's a whole bunch of new online exclusives and a brand new catalog, all the new in colors. It's a great time to really just get the best deal on your supplies. But if you're like me and you want to share with some friends and make some money to offset your spending habit, or to buy pizza, or to, potentially replace an income, then just think about the opportunity to do your own business too. It's either or. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Nobody's going to take your starter kit back. And if you don't do $300 in a quarter, your demonstratorship just cancels. Stampin' Up does it. And it's no big deal and no hard feelings. And you can always come back later if you change your mind and want to get back into it for the discount or the business. All right. So think about it. It's a great time to join it. The offer's only through the end of the month. Have you guys heard about this offer, this $165 for $99? I'm sure everybody's talking about it because it really is very generous. You get an extra $66 more than what you're paying for and free shipping. That's a good deal. All right, so Donna says, I love this bundle. I'm waiting for an order to arrive so I can get started on this project from Ontario, Canada. I'm so glad you love it. All right, this project is really pretty quick and easy. You can get these popcorns in either, they have 4 in a box or 10 in a box. I've seen them, and the one in Amazon, I did 10 in a box, but they're all over the place. They're a little bit smaller than your regular microwave popcorn. These are 1.2 ounce bags. And you're going to make this with me today. Ready? It's a card and a box all in one. So there it is. And that's our project for today. All right. I'm sorry I was late, you guys, but we're now to 12:33. So anybody who saw the, I'll be at 12:30. We're past the new starting time. So let's get going. Let me peek at the comments over here. What do you guys think of the project? Do you like this card in a box in a card? Hey, Kathy, happy Friday. Jan says, wow, cute. I'm glad you like it. Natalie says, hello, everyone. Hello, Natalie. I'm glad you're here. Said, I just got this set. Perfect timing to case your card box. Oh, please do make lots of them. Go make the world a brighter place. Give all your friends, no one's better than you. Enjoy and make the world a better place, right? Hey, Joan. Let's see here. You guys can hear me fine. I've got all the comments there. Facebook, my comments are only showing in front of me. So if I'm a little slow, I'm sorry. I love that you're here. Thank you for spending time with me. Beth says, stinking adorable. Dawn says, so cute. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. All right. So let's start with, how do we make a box this big that's also a card? Well, you're going to need a 2-piece template. All right. So let me show you that. I've got real red cardstock, and the box part of the card is, let's put this guy over here. We'll get some of the clutter. The box part of the card is 9 by 7, and the card part of the card is 4 1/4 by 5. So this is a standard card front, and then 9 by 7. All right. So Natalie says, I love when you make cards. Oh, good. Well, this is a little hybrid of both, but it would definitely translate real easy into a card. You don't have to put the box part. I love making cards too. I wish I had more time to stamp and had to do less office stuff because I have so many ideas. Oh, wait till you guys see. If I can just get half of what's in my head out with these newest releases. All right. So, oh, Corinne, thank you for sharing. And Corinne says, hello, everybody. We're glad you're here. All right, 9-inch side, right? We're going to go 1/2, 4 1/4, 4 3/4, and 8 1/2. Rotate once to the right and do 1/2, 6, and 6 1/2. Now for the card front part, going to put it in on the 4 1/4 inch side and score at 1/2. And that's our scoring, but I'm just going to put this down next to me for a minute because we're going to have to find center on the box and punch a thumb notch. And I can't do that. If I tried to guess where center was, I would be way out in left field. All right. I've got me some coffee. Let me tell you, I needed a little coffee boost after the internet struggle. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm just going to tell you straight up. I'm going to tell you straight up. I had internet issues. I had Wi-Fi issues because my husband turns it off every night, the Wi-Fi. And usually he comes downstairs and he starts the coffee and then plugs the Wi-Fi back in. And he didn't plug it back in this morning. And I guess he was trying to call me to tell me to do it. And then I'm trying to go live and upload the video for today. And I got no internet and I don't know why. So I call him and I say, "What's our Wi-Fi called?" And he's like, "I've been trying to call you. I didn't plug it in this morning." And I'm like, son of a cupcake. I couldn't even believe it. All right, so I just changed my trimmer blade. So bear with me for just a minute here because this one's a little fuzzy. And I'm just going to see if I can run the edge of the scissors by it. The problem is I dull my scissors so bad too that I don't know if I'm making much help. But I did change the blade. And now this side too. You guys ever do that? Have to give your cut edge a haircut? I try not to let it get that bad. I'm pretty generous with my blades. I don't like this little fuzzy edge, and I hate giving the fuzzy edge a haircut too. But I kept saying, let me just turn it around and make sure that the other side is dull too. And then I turned it around and the other side was more dull than the side that I was using. And I'm like, oh, must have already turned it around. Let's throw that one away. It was just another thing to do, you know? Sorry. Okay, it's going to turn out much better now that we got the fuzzy edge off. You can also use a little sanding block. You know, the sanding blocks that I use, the polar blocks for when I'm sanding the two-tone cardstock. That works really good for that little rough edge too if you get a fuzzy edge. All right, so this is our template for this. And we're going to start in the bottom left corner. We're going to cut a little angle on this square, and then we're going to cut straight along the rectangle and cut out the score line with an angle. Go down to the next score line and cut straight along the big rectangle that's under my thumb, and then cut a little angle straight along the rectangle on the next segment, and make an angle to get rid of the score line. Then there's one more square right here, and we're just going to remove it. No angles, because this is actually going to be the outside of your box. So now the top of the box, we're going to have a rectangle, two rectangles side by side and two squares side by side. Remove all four of these. So just go down. And when you get to the next intersecting score line here, then just cut a little angle, and then cut a little angle to the next score lines. You're going down two score lines, cut straight down two score lines, and then remove this little tab. And then straight down two score lines on the next one, cut a little angle to remove that scored paper, take off this little tab, and then you can cut a little angle here so that your box closes nicer. All right, that is our card box, our box card, our card box in a card stuck to a box. Hold on. There, I had to give Barbie a little haircut there. All right, now let's put a thumb notch in the front of the box. What do you guys think of that? I hope you like this project. All right, I just need to find the center of this little section right here, because if I don't measure it, I am off one side to the other and so far that it just is an eyesore. So bear with me there. Got a little dent where center is, and then a little circle thumb notch. The box is going to go together with tear and tape adhesive, and I got some over here. Corinne says, I had a card made for the Disney theme challenge, but as I was letting it dry, my granddaughter came in my room and drew all over it. I was so mad. Oh no, it was the tree from Avatar. Oh, Corinne, I'm so sorry to hear that. We love those grandkids, don't we? Oh, I'm sad to hear that. That Avatar whole experience was just crazy. The farewell was in Animal Kingdom in that Avatar part of the park, and it was dark. But let me tell you, even in the dark, that tree has quite a presence. I had no idea. I'm not the biggest film fan. I'll just be honest. I don't watch a lot of anything. I don't really like to be entertained. I kind of feel like I'm being tricked. I don't like the news. I don't like to be entertained. I picked the best thing that I love to do most for work, stamping. So I mostly just work. And mostly it's fun. But yeah, I'm not one, so I don't think I've seen any of the Avatar movies, so I had no concept, I had no construct for what I was in for that night. And the only reason why I know what you're talking about, the Avatar tree, though, is because of that farewell party. But I would still love to see it, even with grandbaby scribbles on it. Oh, goodness. All right. Beth says, holy spam calls, Batman. I'm busy. Don't you hate it? Oh, gosh. I'm so tired of the potential spam calls. And then blocking them when they don't connect right away. I just block it. I don't know. Life's too short, right? If you're really trying to get a hold of me and you have some weird connection issue, I'm sorry if I block you. But, you know, when you pick up the phone and you say hello and you just hear silence and then you hear click and then you hear a lot of background noise, I don't even wait for the other person to say anything. I just hang up, block it, and mark it as spam. But it sounds like a call center to me. All right, so from the inside of the box, we've got tear and tape on the long tab on the left and the first long tab on the bottom. Now we're going to bring this around and close the side of the box. The seam goes to the back. Then from the bottom, you can flatten this out like that, burnish. And then from the bottom, we're going to tuck the little tabs in. We're going to get a pair of scissors because this one's still a little ragged. There. And we're going to go back to front and then front to back. But before you seal it, make sure it's all nice and square. Otherwise, your card's going to lay funny. And then you can take your pick tool or your bone folder and just burnish that bottom fold. Now the card front, I'm going to put some adhesive down the edge here and add the card front to your box. And that, my friends, is it. It's a little bit more narrow than a standard card size. And otherwise, it's pretty close to that standard. Let's show you there. All right, so let me grab this. I think it's 3.5. No, 3 3/4 by, somebody teach me how to use a ruler, by 5.5. So 3 3/4 by 5.5. A little bit more narrow. Tall is the same as a standard card. A little bit more narrow. But there's our little box card. Let's add a treat. And close it up. Such a cutie. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just love it. I love this bundle. I love this little treat box. I hope that you do too. I hope you'll make it. If you find anything else that fits, let us know. Show us in the craft social if you make it. All right, now we've got a couple more pieces of cardstock and designer series paper. Let's get those. And let me see here. I'm checking to see if you guys are making comments. I'm not seeing them on my other device. So just let me switch over really quick because my best part is hanging out with you guys. So seeing the comments and reacting to them and talking to you guys is really my best part. Corey says she'll try to post the tree from Avatar card. Oh, please do. We'll understand. We'll even, I don't know, we'll even praise your granddaughter's creativity, right? We prize that as crafters. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of designer series paper, 2 pieces of real red cardstock. And the designer series paper is 3.5 wide. Okay, so 3.5 by 5.25 and by 1.5. These red pieces are 3 3/8 by 5 1/8 and 2 1/8 by 4. All right, so there's our pieces. Let's go ahead and slide these over a bit. We're going to start with this one. And oh boy, look at how pretty that is. Those flowers kind of look like bursts of popcorn, don't you think? Jan says, cool card box. I'm glad you like it, my friend. I can't wait to see what you do. I know you're going to make it. Jan says, I must make some. I know, and I can't wait to see. You're going to do amazing things with it. You always do. This is so stinking cute. Thank you, Mary Jo. I'm glad you love it. Girl, my block list is about as long as my contact list. Right? I think mine is too. I don't know where these people even get my phone number. Anyway. And Julie says, not watching TV is probably a very healthy way to be. Oh, let me tell you. It helps my mental state a lot. All right, so tear tape is all the way down both ends, or both long sides of my designer series paper. I'm going to take the ribbon and just drape it across, cut off about, I don't know, maybe 5 inches we have here. We're going to go a little bit low of center, and then from the front, we're just going to wrap and tuck that ribbon into the tear and tape. Then that goes on the front of our box. Ooh, a Kit Kat might fit. Ooh, I think you're right. I'll have to compare it to the measurements of my little Kit Kat box. I think it's a little bit taller. Ooh, you've got to find out. Let me know. Let me know what else fits, you guys. You guys are so good at that. All right, so we've got that designer series paper situated. Now let's get this one situated. I need liquid glue, and we're going to glue this across. It's a little bit longer. This is 3 3/8. This is 3.5. So don't go all the way to the edge because you'll have glue seep out and stick it to the table. And put that about 1/2 inch from the bottom, maybe 3/4 of an inch from the bottom of this red. All right, now it's time to do some stamping. So let me clear a space and get some ink pads. And we're going to have some fun with Poppin by. Let's see what I've got here. Coffee in the way. I'm going to take a sip. Oh, that was good. I needed that. What excitement we had today. All right, so my colors for today are Darling Duckling. Now let's open them up as we put them in there. And Real Red. And a freshly re-inked Memento Tuxedo Black. Oh my gosh. What a luxury to have that re-inked. I have been neglecting that. All right, so we've got our Real Red panel here. And I've got the word pop. And so I'm going to use pop as a little accent here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So little accent on the red with Real Red. And then on the front here, you can see I've got the word pop over and over again, just to add a little texture. I need some scratch paper because we're going to go off the edge. And I need a little bit of die cutting too. All right, because we're stamping. So let me show you these. These are basic white. They are all around it circles. I cut them ahead. This is what I call F. So I always label biggest one A, and then all the way down through the alphabet to the smallest one. So in this case, A to L, this is F. So it's kind of in the middle there. It's about 3 1/8 in case you're substituting. That one's for the outside. About 2 3/4. That one's for the inside. So they're consecutive in the nested circles. All right. So this little guy, I've got it because they're a little wonky, I've got them both so that the wide kind of flat side is at the bottom. And of course you can do whatever you want to do with them. But I thought that it looks like they won't roll away then. So I got the word enjoy, and I'm going to stamp it about center top to bottom, but a little bit right of center on the smaller one. And then no one's butter than you. And that one is going to go up and to the left on the bigger one. All right, now that I've got that stamped, let me just lay it on here so we can see about where we want to put our pop, pop, pop. And then we're going to pop, pop, pop. And while we're pop, pop, popping, let's glue, glue, glue. Because when I glue the parts down, it's less likely that I'll lose them. All right, there's inside. And we're going to glue that inside. And now it's not just out of my way, it's secure and won't be lost. So there's inside of our card. Let's get this pop, pop, pop done. I've got the red so that it kind of sticks out a little bit more on the bottom than it does on the top. So I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe 2-3 rows, just kind of putting the pop this way and that. And then over here, same thing, but this one I'll do maybe 1-2 rows deep. You don't have to do the whole front of it because the circle is going to cover up so much of it. There, I think that's good. Maybe I'll get one right in there. All right, then this guy can go on the box. I'm going to just put this a little high of center and a little right of center because we're going to put that bow in there. No one's better than you. Let's get that guy on there too. And there, looks good. The pop, pop, pops look good. And that can dry for a minute before we mess with the ribbon to tie a bow. All right, so let's put that aside. Need some white cardstock, and we're gonna do our little poppy corns. I love this guy. He makes me so happy. All right, so first we've got Darling Duckling, we've got our popcorn box and 3 different popcorn faces. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I did with this to make it cuter, in my opinion. Because at first I looked at them and I'm like, oh, why did they have to have faces on them? Because when there's just gray like this, they look kind of like ghosts from the Pac-Man. I don't know. I just wasn't so sure about them. But let me show you what I did to make them a little bit cuter, in my opinion. I kind of have to say, first of all, they're cute. They're cute-ish. But when they've got the glasses on, they're super cute. Oh, so, he didn't turn out good. Hang on. Hang on. We got to have a good one. There. All right. Now we got a good one. And then we're going to stamp our popcorn, just the top half in Darling Duckling. And then put that aside to get cleaned up, because we're going to switch to real red now. Can you tell what I've been making? Looks like hot dogs. All right, I got that guy cleaned up. Switch to real red. And stamp him. Oh, he's cute. Oh my gosh. He's definitely the star of the show, especially once he gets some glasses on. All right, let me find the lid for this before we have an ink catastrophe. Here we go. And while I'm doing that, I am going to close all of those and see if I can't get the comments to come back up if I go back in. Uh-oh. You guys, I hate when I can't see the comments. I'm sorry that this device is not giving me any sort of help here. All right, let me try again. Close these up while that loads. Nope, nope. Maybe if I would do this, maybe. All right, get these guys out of here. We are done stamping. We need to do our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine next. So let's get all these. They're inky, so I'm going to put them behind me so I can't ruin anything with them. There, much better. Get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now the dies for these popcorn not only cuts out the popcorn, but you can add a little optional detail. And so what I'm going to do is run the dies through. Let me show you. When I did my die cutting for my popcorn, I did the glasses and the film strips too, because I have 4 glasses and 4 film strips on the project. So you'll definitely need to do 4 runs, but I got 2 runs for the popcorn anyway. So I'm not going to do it, but because it's winning, I would put a little scrap of black here. And while I run this, I would do the glasses and the film strip every time. And while I'm working with this set, you guys, I would do the glasses and the film strip every time anyways, because then I can just put them inside this set, inside the stamp set in the case, and have them ready for the next time I need something, for the next time I use it. All right, so you'll notice I'm just taking the die and lining up the outline. And this is what I found works best for me, is line up the outline and then drop the little details die right inside. Try not to move it around a lot, but I found that if I lined it up first, then dropped that guy on, then used a little bit of like Post-it tape or mint tape or whatever you got there, that's what I found worked best. All right, so I'm going to cut out this guy. I'm just going to run them all. Let's see if I can see some comments here if I switch to this view. All right, this guy and then this guy. This one's my favorite. Yes, I do have a favorite popcorn kernel. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I do. This one's my favorite. Right, so we got the little details on there. Let's give this a crank. Jan says his box is awesome. Did I already say that? Maybe I did from Facebook though, or I mean from YouTube though. I think you're watching me on both, aren't you, Jan? Thank you. You are my biggest fan and my biggest helper. Thank you for that. Let's see, how's YouTube doing? YouTube's doing mini bags of Jelly Belly popcorn flavored jelly beans. Oh, no way. You know what I'm doing right after this, you guys? You know what I'm doing right after this? I'm going on Amazon to find them. Oh, that's brilliant. Mary Jo, you are brilliant. You are brilliant. Oh, I love that idea. All right, so this is, you can see the little popcorn is cut out, but there's also little texture, like little wavy texture lines that are cut in. That's what that one that I put in on top does, is it just adds that little cut line, that squiggly cut line that looks like you've got texture. So if you cut it out of just, say, Darling Duckling cardstock and added that little texture, it would make just the plain cardstock look more like real popcorn. So you could do it white and use both parts and then sponge some yellow, or just yellow and do both parts and get that texture. You could cut out the popcorn stamps without the texture, and that would make them just a little bit faster if you were making a bunch of them. You don't have to put those texture lines on there. I just wanted to make sure that you saw what they were and how they work, because this looks kind of crazy, right? You're like, what is that? but that's it. It just does those little squiggly lines. It just cuts those little squiggly lines. All right, I also prefer to paper piece to stamp my image a couple of times, my popcorn bucket a couple of times, and I use the die, so the least amount of fussy cutting possible. And then I'll reassemble. So once in red, once in yellow, cut them, glue them together, and then I find that I get the crispest, clearest image that way. So I did use the die to cut out my partial Darling Duckling popcorn. Let me grab my scissors. I don't know exactly how I got them on the floor, but there they are. And let's see over here. All right, so Julie says I didn't like their faces either, but you can always count on you to turn my opinions around. I don't see individual stamps in various colors. So again, Marisa to the rescue. Well, that's it. I feel like, and then when I stamped them in yellow, I feel like they get even kind of a weirder, I don't know, they just have a funny looking look. But what I found really brings them into Cute City is to take your black Stampin' Right marker and just circle around and make the eyes. That alone, I think, really just rescues them, right? And of course, I did my favorite piece. But then if you take the little glasses, and whether you do them as glasses or 3D glasses, because you could cut one in red, cut one in blue, cut one in black or white, you know, and then put the red and the blue lenses inside. You can have the cutest little 3D glasses. So whether they're 3D glasses or regular glasses, that's up to you. If you do 3D glasses and you put red and blue cardstock in the lenses, you don't have to color the eyes with the marker. But then I think once you put the glasses on them, that's when he really, I don't know, they just get super cute then. So there is my little popcorn guy with glasses. They're really cute without glasses. Once you color in their eyes, though, I think it makes a huge difference. Hopefully you're seeing that too. Here's the second and the third guy. Got their glasses on already, ready already. Now my popcorn bucket, I'm going to do the same thing. Mary Jo says, I think you'd have to fold the bag, but they sell a 12-pack box for the Jelly Belly popcorn jelly beans. Oh my gosh, my Amazon order is going to increase by one 12-pack of Jelly Belly popcorn jelly beans. Oh my goodness. See, I knew when I saw this set that the treat options were going to be easy. You know what I mean? There are some things where you just don't have to think about the treats. All right, so besides the eyes, I did the feet on our popcorn bucket. I'm going to add the little glasses. See, the thing is about these little glasses, if I glue it on this popcorn bucket, then I don't have to worry about losing it. Oh, you know what I was going to show you? I'll show you with the film strips. Let's pop those guys on. I like my little squeezy fine point bottle. You've seen me use it a bunch. Got them on Amazon. They make a difference for the glasses. Let's cut on the white right above the scallopy top of the popcorn bucket. So you want to cut no yellow if you can help it. Don't cut the yellow popcorn. Don't cut the yellow bucket. Just stay on the white line. And then once you've got that, just straight across, then a little liquid glue. This one needs to be refilled. And now we've got our tri-color, 3 multicolor popcorn bucket. Cutie, cutie. All right, I did the film strip pieces from Basic Black. Got 4 of them cut. I do wish they would have given us either a long film strip or we could cut it up, or multiples of this die, because I think that that film strip makes a really nice accent. It's complementary, helps the balance of everything. But let me show you what I'm going to do with those little film strips. I need some, I got my craft sheet here. Now this, I had no idea, but Jana and Joyce brought me a silicone barbecue brush. Cut off the bristles so they're short now, maybe 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch long. And we are going to use that to get some glue on the back of the film strip pieces. All right, so I'm going to just put a little glue on my mat, and then I'm going to tap my brush in it, and then I'm going to put the back of these little film strip pieces, and I'm just going to pounce. Then I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to place it on. And repeat. Now what I do is I let the brush dry just a little bit, and then I rub it on a baby wipe, and then all the glue that's on the brush, because the glue does get in between the bristles, kind of rolls up, and you can just clean it right off. It's kind of nice. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of nice. So thank you. It's been a long time since Jan and Joyce gave this to me that I would try it, but I was kind of in a place with these film strips where I was like, I don't want them to ooze through the little perforations. I didn't want it all sticky. So barbecue brush to the rescue. And there's the third one here. That's it. And I got one to do on the inside, but first I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I've got some right here. I'm going to put dimensionals on my favorite popcorn and the big guy. The little guy is going to go inside, and some dimensional on the back of this popcorn guy. So what do you think about that barbecue brush? Who would have ever thought? But thank you, Jan and Joyce, for gifting me one of these. I think it was a brilliant no-mess way to get all those little film strip pieces on. All right, our little guy goes in between the film strip pieces. My favorite guy goes way up top here, little angle. The big guy goes here to fill the rest of the space. So cute. All right, let's get inside. We've got another piece of film strip and a popcorn. What do you think? Is that pretty brilliant? I got to go back and check your comments because they're not showing on my other device, but I'm loving it. All right, let me show you what I did here. And let me slide this aside. All the glue mess stays on the silicone mat, easy to clean up. Add a little film strip piece. Add a little popcorn piece. And then my last little piece, I cut a little tiny red heart and lost it. How do you like that? I cut a teeny tiny red heart and lost it. So hang on, let's get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Put this over here for a second because I will use it for that little heart. Oh, you guys, I think I'm sold on the barbecue brush. I think it was very easy cleanup after I made this project the first time, and really worked out awesome. All right, so I got the scrap. This is from the tab on the box. It was just the discard, so why not run a couple of lines of these little hearts? The hearts are from the Tags to Go dies. You get 3 little hearts, and if you run that like 4 times, that's a bunch of little embellishments you got right there, and out of something you were going to throw away anyways. So that's my little heart. I don't know where the other one is. Doesn't matter because I was going to throw that tab out anyways. Doesn't matter, I lost it. All right, I'm going to bring this back. Get a little glue on my brush. Tab a little bit of glue on my heart. And then I am going to pick it up with my Take Your Pick tool. Drop it right there. Enjoy. Do you love it? Oh my gosh, I hope you love it. I had so much fun making this project for you. All right, let's get back to the front here because we're going to add that bow. I've got my darling duckling ribbon. Let me, before I tie my bow, just pop over here. All right. Jan says, we thank Nancy Clark for gifting one to us so that we can share with you. Thank you, Nancy Clark. It just made my film strip so easy. Let's see here. Oh, and remember to burp the glue as you fill. That's for sure. I definitely, yeah, otherwise it doesn't end very well, does it? All right, so I'm sliding the ribbon underneath. I'm sliding the end of the ribbon from the spool under the ribbon that's on the box. All right, so that's it. We're just slide it under. Now, the spool side, you're going to lift. So make a loop, and then you're going to swoop over the top, swoop. You're going to tuck the ribbon where your finger is holding. That's tuck, and pull. Always get a perfect bow. All you got to do is loop, swoop, tuck, and pull. And there's our darling duckling bow. Get some ribbon scissors and cut that off. And that's it, you guys. We did it. I hope that you love the card box. You find lots of fun things that will fit in it. Gift, make the world a better place. It's like a card plus, isn't it? All right, let's see here. Mary Jo says, love this. Now I want the bundle. I know, it's so cute and fast. It's just stamp, a little reassemble. You can do the glasses with, red and blue lenses, and they'd look really cute, like 3D glasses. I'll have to do that on the next popcorn project. I do have another project in the works for you, so you will see this again with another treat. And if I can get enough time to stamp it, I'd like to do a wonder recipe with this also. So just a little cutie. And there you go. Let's do this. Julie says, I was waiting to see where you were going to use that silicone brush. Oh, because you see it in the comments? Yeah, they are linked in the comments. I think that's how it all happened, is that Nancy bought that 5-pack, and then Jan and Joyce got them, and then they had an extra one and brought me one. So it's definitely good for sharing with your crafty community too, because I think it's a 5-pack. And they're only like $6. I might have to get another one so I can have them in the kitchen. I'm so over barbecue brushes with like bristles. You know what I mean? All right. Jan says, easy for you to say. I still need lessons on making bows. Come over and we'll loop, swoop, tuck, and pull, my friend. All right, you guys, let's see here. Beth says that popcorn is her favorite flavored Jelly Belly. I do like them too. I also like the jalapeno ones and the bubblegum ones. What are your favorite Jelly Belly flavors? Let's end with that discussion. Favorite Jelly Belly flavors. I really like the popcorn. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I kind of like the popcorn, because if anything could taste like artificial popcorn and artificial butter loaded with sugar any more than Jelly Belly popcorn, I don't know what it would be. But I like them. They're weirdly delicious. Jalapeno and bubblegum are my other favorites. What do you guys like? Beth says, I need this set. Oh, good. I think you do. It's really a cutie. It'll make great treats. Cute cards too. The sentiments are great for cards. Enjoy, more for the treats, but popping in to say hi, no one better than you. Those would make really cute cards too. So good set for cards or treats, but the treats are kind of no-brainers, right? There's so much stuff out there that you can popcorn. Kathy says, such a cute box. Corinne says, so cute. Thank you. Hey, Doreen. These are so cute. Thank you for spending some time with me. I'm glad you think so. Let's see. What did Kathy say? Kathy says, just went and ordered the brushes for your Amazon link. Thank you. That is such a good way to support the channel. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Order for me, that's okay. If you're your own demonstrator, you have a demonstrator that you love, just start your Amazon shopping from any one of my links, and it really does help the channel too. Just a little bit, but every little bit counts. It started like, have you heard my story at the beginning? Like first I used the Stampin' Up! Or the direct sales income to support my habit. And then after that, when it started to grow, the next thing I wanted to do was buy a pizza once a week so that we didn't have to do the dishes and stuff. Like, we didn't have to cook and do the dishes. So Amazon is our pizza money nowadays. So when you start your shopping there, it really does help us. It gives me a little break, and I just appreciate it so much. Jen says cinnamon jelly beans. Oh, when you can find them now, not the sizzling cinnamon, right? Am I right here, Jan? We connect, like, are on the same wavelength of a lot of things. Jelly Belly has cinnamon. They're all red. And sizzling cinnamon. And the sizzling cinnamon is red with yellow splotches on it. It's the cinnamon ones that are so delicious, right? Popcorn flavored taffy pieces. Saltwater taffy. Yes, they do make a popcorn flavor one. Oh, good idea. Oh gosh, you guys, you make me want to shop. Joy says coconut jelly bellies. Ooh, that sounds good too. A coconut one with a chocolate pudding one together. That's where I roll. Mary Jo says popcorn and anything coffee flavored. Oh yeah, the Jelly Belly coffee. It's brown with white speckles on it, isn't it? And then the toasted marshmallow is white with brown speckles on it. And I like to eat one of each of those at the same time. The toasted marshmallow with the coffee one together. Yum. Beth says bows are hard like roping cows. Oh, just loop, swoop, tuck, and pull, my friend. I'm going to do a video just on that. Sushi likes watermelon, chocolate pudding, and tangerine. Oh, the tangerine ones are good too. I have watermelon soap in my bathroom right now. Thank you. Thank you. It was a birthday gift. You know who. And every time I wash my hands, I'm like, watermelon. I love the smell. Susan says, oh yeah, cinnamon, right? But not the sizzling cinnamon. Oh, you guys, it always goes this way, doesn't it? We start out Stampin' and eventually it goes to food. I'm going to order another set of those silicone bee steam brushes for the kitchen because I'm tired of the one with like fiber hairs that I have. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get another set. So I have another one in the craft room and I can have some for the kitchen too because my brush has seen better days. Look at that. Isn't that good? All right, my box of popcorn is almost all decorated. Anyways, you guys, thank you for spending some time with me. If you've got any questions about the project or the join promotion, I'm really for $165 worth of product and a $99 kit, no tax or no shipping. You just pay tax on that, no shipping. I'm not seeing a lot of action on the starter kit. If you've thought about it, reach out if you've got any questions. It really is a great deal, one of the best ones I've ever seen. If you've got questions about that, questions about the project, anything I can do to help you stay crafty, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. If you'd like to join or shop, buzz over to marisaAlvarez.stampinup.net and you can either click shop or you can click join and that'll take care of you. Let's see, I will be live again Friday at noon. I am off and out of here because I'm going to get yesterday's project posted on the blog, finish up this post and schedule it to post for tomorrow. And then we are labeling and packing paper samplers. We are aiming for Tuesday and Wednesday for mail day. Anybody who's waiting for In Color Club or paper sampler things. So I better go get busy. Beth says, hungry now. Thanks for the fun. My checkbook is screaming at me. Me too. I will be as soon as I get back on Amazon looking for Jelly Bellies and saltwater taffy. Oh, you guys all have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Have a peaceful weekend as we remember those who paid the ultimate price for us, for our freedom, right? I'll be working. Max's holiday is Memorial Day. The guys have to all choose a holiday, and he always works Memorial Day because it's the first one on the calendar to get it over with. So I'll be working, but if you're taking it easy, have a very restful weekend with the ones that you love best, and I will see you guys Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week.